I bet you've wondered why your dog always seems to know when it's dinner time. It's like they have some kind of built-in alarm clock, right? Well, today we're gonna crack open the fascinating world of canine time perception. We'll uncover whether dogs really have a sense of time or if there's something else going on. Okay, so get this. We humans have this complex understanding of time, right? We've got watches, calendars, and we're always planning for the future. But what about our furry friends? Do they experience time the same way we do? Well, it turns out that dogs don't exactly have a concept of hours and minutes like we do. They live more in the present, focusing on what's happening right now. But here's the cool part. Even though dogs don't understand time the way we do, they still seem to have an uncanny ability to predict when certain events are gonna happen. Like dinner time or when you're coming home from work, it's almost like they have their own internal clock ticking away. But how does this work? Well, that's what we're gonna explore in this video. Now here's where things get really interesting. Dogs, like humans and most other animals, have what scientists call circadian rhythms. These are basically internal biological clocks that regulate various processes in their bodies over a roughly 24-hour cycle. But wait, there's more. Dogs are also super attuned to environmental cues. They pick up on things like changes in light throughout the day, household sounds, and even subtle shifts in smell. So I was thinking about how we train dogs, right? We use treats, praise, and repetition to teach them tricks and good behavior. Well, it turns out that this same principle applies to how they learn to anticipate events like meal times. When we feed our dogs at the same time every day, we're essentially conditioning them to expect food at that time. And check this out. This conditioning can be so strong that dogs can actually start to show physical signs of anticipating food, like increased drooling or restlessness, even if you change up their feeding schedule. Researchers have actually done studies on this stuff. In one experiment, they found that dogs left alone for different periods of time greeted their owners with more intensity the longer they were gone. Comparing this to humans, it's kind of like how we perceive time differently depending on what we're doing. You know how time flies when you're having fun but seems to crawl when you're bored? Dogs might experience something similar but tied more closely to their routines and biological needs. It's a reminder that while our furry friends are incredibly smart and intuitive, their experience of the world is still fundamentally different from ours. So there you have it. Dogs don't have watches, but they've got their own awesome ways of keeping track of time. It's a mix of biology, learned behavior, and good old-fashioned love for their humans and their food. Next time your pup gives you that expectant look around dinner time, you'll know there's a whole lot of cool science behind those puppy dog eyes. And hey, maybe we could learn a thing or two from our dogs about living in the moment. Until next time, keep being curious and give your furry timekeepers an extra pat from me.